Hey, what's up, y'all? It's TheTacticalRedneck, and today I've got something different for you. I'm here in the PR server, Free Candy Van, and I'm here with Aragoon. We're in Grozny, and we have a fob set up. And today, I'm going to teach you how to Rifleman. I've had a lot of people ask me how to play Project Reality. We have a huge influx of players on the server, usually, seeing as the game went standalone. So, me and Aragoon are going to walk you through the basics of being a Rifleman, because if you just joined the game, you're most likely going to be playing Rifleman. I don't see your squad lead putting you as anything else. So be sure, if you're new, to let your squad leaders know that you're new to the game. Okay, so first things first, we're going to go over movement. You have your W, A, S, and D to move. Just like this. Just like in any other game. Driving's the same. I'll hop in and show you. W is to go forward. S is to go back. Turn left. Turn right. Simple enough. Okay. Then you have your equipment. Okay, so your basic equipment are 1, fixed bayonet. Never really useful. It's just there. Entrenching tool. This is a key part of the game. You'll be using this a lot as a Rifleman. 3 is your main weapon. 3 also selects fire. 4 is ammunition. You'll be using this a lot as a Rifleman. 5 is your frag grenade. Your frag grenade is going to vary from faction to faction. The Russians, in this case, have the RGO. Then you have your RGD-2, which is a smoke grenade. Then you have your patches. Also, talking is very important in Project Reality. If you don't have a mic, I advise not playing the game, for the simple fact that it ruins it for others, because you can't communicate. So, now I'm going to demonstrate what talking in local and squad sounds like. Aragoon, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you fine, man.
Okay,
also,
so...
the proximity is 3D, so farther away, harder to hear.
Yeah, you have 3D audio, and as you can hear, we're talking in-game. Now we're going to talk in squad. Aragoon?
Yep, come in.
You're gay. Okay, so that was squad chat. Your default keys for this are going to be H for local, and 0 on the numpad for squad. Although I highly recommend switching local to V and squad to B. Okay. So I think that pretty much covers all of the basic movements. Alright, so now we're going to move on to firefights. So Riflemen in the field are the most basic asset of Project Reality. When it comes to firefights, that's pretty much what they're designed around. So, seeing as the game engine for Project Reality is old and very wonky and doesn't work, there's one thing that you need to keep in mind when you're in a firefight. If you're shooting in a long range, when you sight in, you're not going to hit your target because of the deviation. So, for example, my bullet definitely didn't come out where I was aiming, and it just hit the top of the truck. So, what you have to do is you have to aim down the sights, and you have to hold your sights there for a second. Wait. 1, fire. And my bullet hit exactly where I was aiming. So, you have to give your weapon time to settle, so to speak. And then you can also fire in the different positions, and you will be more accurate. As such. There's also less recoil as you lay down, I believe. So, that's the simple stuff. Again, you can change your fire modes. At long range, you're not going to be shooting fully automatic because, see, there's a lot of recoil. So that's not going to do you a whole lot of good. Unless you're within about 100 yards or so. Maybe not even that. That's about all there is to it when it comes to gunfighting. Then you have fixed bayonets. Rarely ever are you going to use this, but I don't know. I've gotten a few kills with a bayonet or a knife, whatever you have on. Depends on your faction. And then you have grenades. So obviously, your grenades are just grenades. Pull the pin, let it go, throw it, stand back, and that's an RGO, so it blows up as soon as it impacts. And there you go.
Right click is also used to drop them at short range.
There you go. Damn it, Aragoon. Well, now I can show you what patching does. before we, this is what happens when you get shot. You have to patch. What this does is it slows your bleeding, so you don't bleed out. You can see in the bottom right there, it shows my, little cross. And this will hold you over long enough to get to a medic, and then medics can heal you with their little bag, their little medical supply bag. Okay, so now I'm going to show you smokes. These are essential to firefights and combat because this can provide you cover. This can give you enough cover to reposition and stay out of enemy fire for as long as possible. Now, smokes in this game do take a second to build, but once they build, make no mistake, they're thick. For example, I'm barely going to be able to see that truck here in about 5 seconds. There you go. And they spread quite a bit. Okay, so for the last bit, we're going to go over combat roles. Well, not necessarily combat roles, but what is your job in the field as a rifleman? Your job is to be expendable. Basically what you do is you die in firefights if your squad lead tells you to for the greater good of the team. Secondly, you are the main force in building entrenchments, fobs, positions, and whatnot. So right now we're going to give you a demonstration of how to use the shovel. So again, you hit 2 on your keypad to get the shovel out. Aragoon has kindly placed a tow missile launcher, anti-tank launcher down for me, and we're going to dig it. So what you do is you go up to it, most people lay down, and you hold down left click. And as you can see, there is a progress bar in the bottom right. So just because it goes up like this doesn't mean it's up. You still have to keep digging until you stop digging. This can take a while, but the more people you have, the better. With 2 people, it takes a second. With 1 person, it takes a while. So, yeah. So, here's what we're going to do. Aragoon, get on the tow. You have to keep your team resupplied. So, Aragoon's going to go through a round here. He's going to take out the Logi. And I'm going to resupply him. Go for it, Aragoon. As you can see, tows are damn effective. Because the Logi completely disappeared. Okay, so now that Aragoon has went through ammunition, it's your job as a rifleman to give him ammo. And this applies for any emplacement or character in the field. So say Aragoon runs to a magazine of ammunition, or he runs out of ammunition for his main weapon, I can throw down the ammunition on his feet, and he will get ammunition from it. Now for machine guns and tows, you just throw it down on the tow, and it should disappear, although I think the one he just threw down did disappear. But regardless, when that disappears, it refills the ammunition for the emplacement. So, with that being said, always keep in mind that you have heavy crates. What happens when you run out of your ammunition bag is, again, you're an expendable kit. You hold down T and you right click, and then you hit G to drop your kit. You come over here to the heavy crate, hold down T, left click to request, and then left click on Rifleman again, and then hit G. Boom, you have a new kit, you're fresh on ammo. Most likely, as a rifleman at a fob, you will be running ammo duty. Now, I believe that's pretty much everything to cover as far as rifleman goes, but if I miss anything, or if anyone has any questions, feel free to leave them down in the comments, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Secondly, be on the lookout for the next video. We'll most likely be doing medic, because it's the most important person on the field, possibly. Alright, so if this helped you out, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys on the battlefield.